Sitting around a campfire is rarely used as a mechanic of role-playing. GameMasters here, and today I want to share with you something that we do from time to time under the guise of camping and resting. To the players, it's another game session, but for me, the Dungeon Master, it is very much something more. And I'll explain. We actually have, at different points in the year, a camping role-playing session. We don't actually go outside and build a campfire and pop up a tent. Well, actually, we did do that once, and it was pretty cool. And it worked pretty much the same as what I'm about to describe. In Dungeons & Dragons, camping and resting are used, for the most part, to prepare for the next step of the journey or to recover from the last step. Characters can do things like regain lost hit points, spell slots, allow their items to recharge. They can prepare spells for the next adventure, repair their equipment, stuff like that. You guys know that drill. And that's typically done over a 5 or 10 minute period, and then the adventure continues. But we purposely have a role-playing camping session that runs, like I said, about 4 times a year. Okay, it breaks down like this. During the course of the game, the characters can develop with each other, but there's rarely time to delve into anyone's backstory. During this camping session, that's one of the things that my characters will do. Share their story, talk about their past exploits and adventures, and this allows the characters to become familiar with each other's backstories, should they wish to share those details. To keep the mood going, we also actually plan a meal around this camping session. Everyone brings something to the table, and it doesn't have to be outdoor, medieval, fantasy-themed food, just whatever we like. Hot dogs, chili, whatever foods you like, though we have brought the famed turkey leg to the table around the Thanksgiving camping session. But as the DM, I am there to simply prompt things along, and this is perhaps the most important part of our camping session. As a DM, I use this as an opportunity to get a feel for what has worked and what hasn't in past games. I'm listening close to what the characters are chatting about, which monster they really had fun fighting against, and which adventures that were just really sluggishly boring to play. I ultimately want to give my players the best times. I want them to have fun, and while they are always free to come to me directly and tell me what they like and what they don't, when they're in the moment, when they're in character, in the moment of playing as their character, talking to other characters, that's when their passion shines, and that is what I'm watching intently at. I want to see what the players get excited about. All the while, I'm making mental notes or jotting down quick references. After the session, I'll take my notes and organize them to plan out the next quarter's gaming session in fuller detail, and that's why I run this camping session at least 4 times a year. I am simply planning my game session out as best I can for 3 months at a time. I'm going to remain fluid in the adventures, as there's always should be room to wiggle and change things on the fly. It's the players and their character story after all. I'm just there to move things along, but sitting around a campfire and actually role-playing that session out allows me to understand what type of story they ultimately want to embark upon. Throughout the session, I'll prompt certain questions, something along the lines of, you have a flash of memory from a past encounter. Describe that to everyone. And I'll listen to what they elaborate on, or I'll say, a tendril of smoke from the campfire wafts to your nose, and you immediately think of the dragon battle from 3 years ago. Ponder how it could have gone differently. And I'll listen to how they strategize. All of that is information that I'll use in developing future encounters, fights, and storyline threads. The point of the camping session is to provide an overall opportunity for the players and their characters to engage in role-playing without pressure, to simply talk and further develop themselves. It provides a chance to deepen their relationships, share information, and reflect on events in a relaxed and casual setting. It doesn't have to be around an actual campfire, although as mentioned, we did do that. And it can be even in their favorite tavern or inn, or it could be in their castle if they have one, or in a hovel, whatever seems appropriate. For us, however, it's always been around a campfire. I want to take a brief moment to thank a few of my supporters. DJ Vu over on Patreon, and here on YouTube, I want to thank Rod Batten and Louis Alanis for all of your direct member support. You guys help keep the dice rolling, and I thank you for that. Talk to me down in the comments. Have you ever done or participated in a role-playing session like this? What do you do at your table to share information and learn and grow as characters and players while not on the actual adventure's path? Again, comment below, and if you've enjoyed this video and would like to see more on tips on DMing and character development, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, and of course, always feel free to subscribe. Until next our paths cross, may you not run out of wood? No. May you not get a face full of smoke. May you enjoy the memories of your past adventures.